Hey, grand rising and bright blessings to all of my pedal patrons. Welcome to Wednesday. Welcome to the 4th, which happens to be a 10/01 Universal Numerological Energy Value Day. Endings and beginnings. There's major shift that takes place at the beginning of the new numerological cycle. So we're going to go through this experience all the way through Friday the 13th, which is also going to be a 10/01 universal energy. So it's all about shifting and making some different opportunities and decisions. It's still a very blessed day. The big talk for a lot of people is going to be the final stationing, and that's not even going to be until 10:52 p.m. between Mama Venus having this gorgeous sextile with Jupiter. So the two benefics, the big beautiful planets that like to do the most for people, are in a huggy out sort of a session. It doesn't station direct and formal until 10:52, but many people could be feeling it. But wait, there's more. So we also have a grand trine energy that is in play today. So the Uranus sets in Taurus with the now moon in Libra, because that shifted this morning at dark early this morning, about 7 and some change. Also this moon Libra, Pluto Aquarius, and then coming back up. This means change is taking place today, but it's positive change. All changes are positive if you think about it, about how you can use the energy and harness it to do something different. But we've got that gorgeous energy that's taking place today. We also do have a couple of big oppositions that are also in play. This one's about ready to start. This is going to be Papa Saturn having an opposition with that moon Libra at about 11:30, and then the Neptune is going to jump into that opposition about 1 o'clock. So we do have that energy going on, but like I said, this grand trine, and then the last trine for timing purposes, is where we get into the Pluto coming in with this moon. That's at 4:52, and we already talked about the other piece of it. Doesn't mean you're not going to feel it, but it could be a little bit more impactful for people at those times. Having said that, we also have some T-squares that show up in the universe today. A lot of shifts taking place here within Aries. So we have the Venus that is in Aries right now in a T-square, also with that Pluto in Aquarius, and the rising sign here of the Leo. So those particular squares come in as one of the T-squares. And so it's the energy, again, saying the same thing. Are you doing too much? Are you ready to adjust? Sort of those types of energies. Although Venus will sort of soften that conversation. Then we also have another T-square, which is the Jupiter in Gemini. And then we also have this situation going on here with Neptune. We also have the Neptune that's here in Aries, Saturn in Aries, and that's a lot of conversational pieces. It's the same conversation though, universally, in my opinion. That's the way I'm going to explain it. Are you doing too much? Are you prepared to realize that there's a different way to capitalize on what Moon Libra energy is about, which is about harmony and justice and beauty and companionship? So one of those four, regardless of who you are on this planet, is going to get impacted a little bit today. Now, it could be very positive for most people. If you're already on the way of understanding that something needs to be adjusted, you're opening up your possibilities and receiving these adjustments that could possibly be coming through for your blessings. But it can also be a little bit spicy for some people because of it's not happening the way I want it to happen. Why haven't you done this already? Well, the universe is like, because we need you to make an adjustment, period. End of discussion. Now, I don't normally talk about the cradles in this way, but I want you guys to see this. Do you see what looks like this perfect little rectangle that's right there? So you have the opposition that's here. Then you have the opposition with Leo rising and Pluto coming in. You've got the trine that's coming in with Saturn and the rising. And specifically the sextiles that go between the moon energy and Leo, and then the sextiles that come up here. Anyway, that crisscross in the middle, that energy is called a cradle. And cradles are here to get you to recognize the big picture. It's a big picture sort of a moment on a 10/01 energy day, which is about, again, endings and beginnings, and allowing cycles to be in a different sort of a thought process about sort of where we're at in the middle of needing to make some things a little bit uncomfortable. Things need to change. Some of it is about the energy and output that is being exchanged from you to do something better in your social environment, whether it's your own personal home, your bestie clique, which is this tight, or even bigger environmental, universal type of things going on. I will not talk about the one who shall not be named and the other situationships that are going on around the planet, because my view is whatever is going on, you have a responsibility in here to do something with it. And for some of you, it may involve dealing with some of those things outside. However, this is not a day to feel anxious. It's a day to feel excited about the fact that there is going to be something that is put in your space that's going to help you make the shift. It's going to help you get over that hump. That's going to put you in a different energy zone. Now, tomorrow, we only have 2 transits, and they don't even come in until 4:52 p.m. and then 6:15 p.m.-ish, okay? That is going to involve the energy of the Mars having a sextile with the chatty Cathy of the universe, Mercury. Positive conversations about what it is that you need to be able to do to harmonize on tomorrow's 2 Universal Energy Day. And of course, the Sun in Gemini and the Moon in Libra are going to be in harmony. So air sign energy, a go-go. Okay, so thoughts and actions and other things are going to be taking place. Now, some people can feel a little bit anxious when there's so many things that are going on at once. It doesn't have to be you. Pull back a little bit. The biggest energy that I want to put out there is it's the energy of new blessings and abundance, which doesn't just mean resources like this. People, places, concept, ideas will show up today to balance whatever's not in harmony for you. If you are open to letting your team share with you what that is, then you will be very mindful of how it is that you can put those steps forward. But we're going to wake up into all that same sexy energy that we're feeling here, especially with Mama Venus and Jupiter. It is benevolent energy. So maybe you throw out some money workings tonight, if that is sort of your deal. We'll start the beginnings of your manifestation list. Again, all of this getting us ready for the 6-6 portal on Friday, where Mama Venus jumps into Taurus, which is the natural second house of resources. On a 6-6 portal, there's all this additional energy information that comes in anyway. The bigger aspects that I want to also to be able to share with people is if you're feeling very heavy in the crown or the third eye, that is your team trying to get you into alignment with something else. Do some mindful meditation and ask your teams to come in to support you in the best way possible. So again, big energies that are coming in here for the remainder of the week and leading us up to that Friday the 13th. Also, we got some good stuff. We also got a full moon that's in there. So use the information today. Something is going to get triggered. Something needs to be adjusted, and the universe wants to help you to do it with the most ease and grace. Be open to having them tell you to go left instead of go right. All right. That's all that we have to say about that. You can reach me personally on any of these little buttons up here that will take you directly to the site of my web, where you can book a personal session, any of the different services that I offer. I want to thank all my friends as I've been doing dual lives these couple of days here on TikTok and also on the Faceplace. I've been having a lot of fun doing the lives. I will listen to what my team has to say. It's not because we don't believe that you will show up, but sometimes there's information that I need to be able to rock out for myself. I did mention that on Friday, it's very likely, and I'm fairly certain at this point, that Spirit is going to want me to go live to assist people with actual physical money manifestation. So we'll talk about that. Hope to see you there. I will do all the announcements and all the different locations. If that's something you'd like to jump on Friday, I will see you there. Otherwise, as always, may you receive everything it is that you need, everything that you want and desire, and may you continue to find the beauty in all things. We'll talk to you guys shortly. Bye.